Hey guys, so here we have a new project. Again, it's Rafael, and this video is actually dedicated to my first grandchild. His name is Ricardo, and he will be 1 year old next week, May 22nd, 2014. And here we are, May 13th, so it doesn't give me much time to get this done, so I'm hoping I can pull it off. Now here's the thing, I wanted to give him something awesome, and I figured, why not give him his first car? Yes, he's 1 year old and he may not be able to reach the pedals, but that's cool. Use a stick, it'll go. But he needed his first car. There's a lot of electric cars out there that are pretty cool, you know, you got your Corvette or whatever. But I think he needs something better. So I figured the Batmobile, it has to be the Batmobile. Now there are Batmobiles out there, electric cars, but they have all these decals and all kinds of, they look short and they look crappy. Honestly, they don't look that cool. I wanted something more close to the movie. I was able to find one in Canada actually, and someone had one here and I ordered it, bought it on eBay, but it wasn't working. It was pretty crappy looking. I figured no big deal, you know, we'll make it work. Well, I called different areas that restore different things and no one wanted to take the job. They figured it's a waste of time. So here I am, you know, 4 months later, after I had it already all this time, I'm running out of time. And I actually have the shell here of it so you can get an idea of what it looked like. And it was actually going to be very cool. See, I mean, it was way cool. This is plastic, but it would have been nice. So much for that, you know. The shell is pretty cool, but, you know, now what do I do? So my next plan was, I went ahead and bought a new electric car, which is the Corvette, which is way cool and it's beautiful, and I'm sure he'll love it. But again, it's not the Batmobile. So the initial plan was to take this body off and just put this on top of the other one, right? Of the all the good stuff down here. But it turns out that this is very narrow. I mean, I measured from here to here, it was great, but not here. I messed up. So that won't fit, and plus it has a lever here where it goes backward and forward, so it would not fit in this area. This is too narrow here. So much for that. So now what do I do? So here I am, okay. I have to have this done and finished and complete before the 20th. So I actually have about 7 days. And I don't think I'll start today because it's hot as hell. It's like 95 degrees right now. And I can't, so most likely I'll start tomorrow, putting on the clay. That's what I was doing. I got about 250 pounds of clay, of wet clay, and I'm going to put it on top of this sucker right here and start sculpting the best I can the new Batmobile shell. So wish me luck. I hope it works. And if it doesn't, well, then I guess I'll have to just give him this one. But I really hope I can pull this off because it looks so cool, a Batmobile. It may not be as smooth, and you might see all these little dents and stuff. I don't know, it's going to be crazy. But oh well, as long as it kind of looks cool. So that's the plan, you know, make a shell out of it, and then make it out of fiberglass, and then we can just set it on top of this guy. I did take the back off because it was pretty long, and as you know, the Batmobile has to curve down. So the back is off, and so we'll see, you know. I guess I'll talk to you as I go along, and wish me luck, you know. Again, this is for my first grandson, Ricardito. This is for you, from your grandpa. I know you're too young right now, and I'm speaking to you in Spanish right now, because I know I'm talking to you in English right now in this video, but I think by the time you understand this video, you and I will be speaking English. But I think you're too young to understand the task here right now. And I think you still won't get it until you're probably in your 30s, which I hope I'm still around. Because, you know, yeah, you might see this video when you're, you know, 6, 8, 10, but you're a little kid and you'll say, oh, that's cool. You won't really see the concept of the hard work that went into this for you, you know. And then maybe when you're 15, 18, you might say, oh cool, Grandpa was pretty cool what he did. But that's probably about it because you're still a teenager, you know. But when you're in your 30s, maybe, hopefully, you're more mature, you understand the true love that went into this for you. So, Ricardo, this is for you, your first birthday. Let's get this going, and wish me luck, guys. Okay, let's get it going. So here we have a Photoshop of the top view of the Corvette, and I kind of drew in what I plan to do in clay. And here is the side view. As you can see, the back part is cut off, so that is what I plan to sculpt. Alright, so here we are, May 14th, Wednesday, and what I'm going to do is mark this area. The good thing, it has some panels in here on the inside, and since the Batmobile kind of goes inside here, we're going to cut this out. So I probably would need to cut, maybe not all of it. Probably right here. So to fill up the empty space, I got the floral soft stem foam, and I think that should, help a lot. So over here, now I'm going to start putting some aluminum foil. Just gonna cover all this other stuff, which is not easy. Alright, so right now what we're doing is getting the basic shape and adding about a quarter of an inch or an inch, half an inch, or about 3/4 of an inch clay on top of that. And we're gonna do through the whole blue area, except not this area, and then we'll start, trying to figure it out. Okay guys, it's still pretty hot here. It's 90 degrees, 7:30, been at it for a while now. And I figure might as well use what I can from that other body. Since it has these little engine looking parts, might as well use them. So I'm thinking of putting them in here, and that just, why not? So let's get that going. Okay, so I got the bat wings back here, but they have different, the car has so much just cuts and undercuts that you have to compensate just to at least give it a nice look. Oh man guys, okay, so it's 9 o'clock at night. Started at, as you know, I think it was 2 is what I got so far. Not easy. So I gotta still work on that stuff. Now it's not perfect, and this isn't gonna be the same as that because it's so hard. I did this with no measurements, just eyeballing it. So still have to. I'm gonna take a rest right now, then probably come back in the next hour and probably work all night on this sucker. I need to get it ready so I can hopefully mold it with the silicone tomorrow. Okay, I just covered it up. It's 1:30 in the morning and still need a lot to do. Damn. Alright guys, so here we have them. Just added some crappy detail. Now all this stuff has been just eyeballing it, so yeah, it's not perfect. It's I added these old ones there. Might as well use the ones from the other car instead of the ghetto clay ones I did. So that worked out. But yeah, all this stuff is really uneven compared to the one on the right side. This was just cut you know, with my finger and just, again, just eyeballing it because I'm, you know, just trying to get this thing done. But I'll do my best to just kind of make it look decent. But yeah, I mean, it's no way it's even 75% perfect. But hey, you know, it'll look like the Batmobile. Maybe all messed up like it was in battle or something. That's why it's all dented up. But anyways, this is what we got so far. I think I put too much of that thickener, but well, I hope it's good. Alright, so here I'm mixing the silicone, 10 parts of the white silicone here to 1 part the blue stuff, the activation. Okay, so I'm mixing here the second batch, and sorry I didn't record the first mixing, but I actually messed up on the first mixing of this sucker. I actually did 5 parts of the silicone and 1 part of the activation, which is blue. That's why it gives you a demolding time of 4 to 6 hours. But actually, you know, I put too much of that stuff, so it hardened quicker, which is cool. But I messed up. It's supposed to be 10 parts of the silicone and 1 part of the blue activation stuff. And to make it brushable, I put this stuff on. I don't even know how to pronounce this stuff. Thixotropic. Anyway, I also added quite a bit of that, and that's why this was very thick. So I did less on the rest of the car. So this is going to be the second coat, but so I know where to add it. I'm going to add a little bit of dye, so that way I make sure I get it everywhere. Because if it stays the same color, then I wouldn't know where I left off. So let's mix this up and let's get that going. Okay, since I kind of messed up at the beginning of mixing the silicone, I only have this last batch. And I think this area here is kind of thin. And I ran out of that blue stuff, so again, I miscalculated. So what I'm going to do now is this last batch, I didn't do any thickener on there, so it goes a long way. And I'm actually going to use burlap. Brush this on, put the burlap and brush it on to give it some more support. So I'll be doing that around the thin areas that I think are thin, plus certain undercuts that I want to make sure I build up. So I should have used this first, give it a thin coat, and then use maybe 1 time this, and that would have been better than using all this silicone. So anyway, so let's get this started. And let's start with this guy here. Alright, we're giving it 1 last coat in certain areas, because certain areas seem a little bit thin. So I'm just going over those areas. So I hope it's enough.